Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you liked my previous video regarding linked list constructor. Now today we are going to study about linked list append. Okay, how do we append a value at the end of the linked list? Okay, so the question is written on the left hand side and the terminal is present on the right. So we already have been given the pseudocode, and if you remember, this was the linked list constructor which we created in the previous video. So that gets saved in the next codings. Okay, next coding questions. So here we have to implement our append method here, and that's the instruction which is given on the left. So let's begin. So they said implement the append method that appends a new code to the end of the linked list. Return type should be void. Okay, so let's first begin that. Okay, I'll just remove this comments from there and maybe start typing the code here. So I'll write public void append. Okay, and we have to append, so definitely we'll have to accept a value there. So I'll just write a value there. Okay, so it accepts a value as it says at the very first one. Then create a new node object called new node and give it and with the given value. Okay, so we'll create a node class named new node. Okay, equals new node and pass the value which we have which is coming from the parameter of the append function. Then what we have to check is, if the length of the linked list is 0, set both head and tail pointer to the list of the new node. So basically, imagine if the length of the linked list itself is 0, that means if there are no elements in the linked list, what we have to do, we can directly say that the head of the linked list is equal to the new node, right? New node, and tail will be also equal to new node. And also what we need to do, we need to append the we need to increase the length anyways there also, right? But that we don't have to do it here. So that's enough for this one. Okay, now what we do, next is if the length is greater than 0, so let's write it as else. Maybe that should be enough. And in the else, what we can write is then if suppose the linked list is not of 0 length or of any other length, let's say 2 or 3, length is 3 or 4, then what we need to do, we need to append the value at the end of the linked list, right? So if you see, what you have to do is you have to set the next attribute of the current tail to the new node. So basically what we have to do, we can say tail dot next. Okay, tail dot next is equal to new node. Okay, and later what we can do, once that is moved, we can say tail equals new node, right? So imagine what we are doing. So the next node to the tail will now be pointing to the new node. Okay, and we have now moved the tail pointer which was pointing to the last node before. Okay, before we added the new node. Now what we are doing, we are assigning tail equals new node. That means tail is now moved and pointing to the next node, that is the newly added node. Okay, and then what we can do is at the end we can just increase the length by 1. Okay, or we can just say length plus plus. That's it. Okay, now if we run the test, let's see whether we are able to pass all the results or not. So yeah, perfect, your code has passed all the tests. So that's it. Okay, thank you guys. If you have any questions, please drop a comment in the comment box. Thanks.